Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shady
and the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl Treese,
It's Nels.
and today we are here to jump into because we was a little late for y'all, but we are here to jump into the Love and Marriage
We here to
season
catch up.
7. What happened?
We here to catch up. Oh
Oh
wait, what are
yeah.
we
Well,
doing?
no, we good. We it just came out Saturday. We good. But anyway, so yes, we're here to do Love and Marriage Huntsville season 7. It's not even an episode. It's the reunion part 1.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, Carlos, you gave everybody came prepared. It was nice. I thought it was a little like more, lighthearted than most
That's because
reunions.
it's part one.
Right. And maybe
So
this is just part 1.
you know how they do.
But it was still good and thick in the sassiness as we've learned. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to our Shade Squad and all of our new viewers. If you have not already, please make sure you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, and an extra special thank you to all of our super new subscribers that have just joined us like over the weekend, and with the numbers has just been going up. Let's just keep growing and glowing, Shade Squad, because I'm here for it. I love it. I love y'all. And extra special thank you to y'all. But yeah, so yeah, let's jump into it, y'all, and let's get shady. So we're kicking off the reunion. We see everybody arriving. Carlos makes his usual rounds around, talks with the cast. He asked Mel if she's actually going to talk this reunion because the last one she gave crickets. I said,
She said
well,
she's spilling all the tea.
okay, well, Mel, live up to that. Which so far I think she did well. Carlos goes by to see Kimmy and Maurice. He tells him that he thought Martel was the most hated man on TV, but Maurice has definitely surpassed him. And I said, yeah, you definitely did that, Maurice, especially this season. He tells Martel that, he's looking swole and asks if he has a woman that cooks for him. And, of course, he says he doesn't. And I said, well, or that means Ariane just doesn't cook.
But we literally saw a video of her getting in his ass about how she cooks every day. That Halloween video.
Oh, you're right.
Remember? She was like, "Don't be out here trying to act like I literally cook every day."
Mm.
So I was
Well,
like, "Oh, he out here lying on Ariane."
you stupid. But he also said he ain't got no woman either. So,
Or he could have been talking about Sheree. We saw
well,
Sheree ordering all the damn time, getting a chef or something.
that's
I mean,
true.
I mean, it's still a
She
home
did
cooked
always
meal,
have somebody in her kitchen.
but it's still a home cooked meal.
You're stupid. So he encourages Kiki to not throw any drinks. And then he goes to see Tisha and Marceau, who have boxing robes on, and said they basically ready for war. And I said, okay. When, I do think the consensus is everybody feels like somebody prepped Tisha coming into this reunion. I do think that she was a lot more prepared and on her toes compared to other reunions.
You thought so?
I did. However, I think
I
that,
felt like everybody on the stage was sassy except for her.
oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, I thought Tisha did well.
I didn't.
Oh, well,
And then
that's
you come in
not
there with a boxing robe on, knowing damn well you can't box. Because if you could have, you'd have beat your cousin's ass. And you
well.
just like Stormi said, you had all that smoke now on a reunion. But when we was face to face, boo, you was shush mouth.
Okay, well then Carlos brings out Kimmy and Maurice first, and Maurice steps on Kimmy's dress and on the way out, and I love how
Almost made the
Carlos was
poor
like,
child
can you
fall.
just have her back? Can you just really have her back for once? And I was like, damn, you just
He
never.
said, well, I like it from the back shoe. Carlos said, well, so do I. I
And
said,
Kimmy's like, that is not funny.
I
That is
said,
not funny. So then Tisha comes out with Marceau, and what I will say, Tisha's dress was dressing. I think that I've liked this dress more than any look that she's had on any reunion.
yes. Yeah, that's
Um, it complements her skin very well. Stormi and Courtney come out in matching Pepto pink. I was not here.
Pepto pink.
It was Pepto pink. Courtney should have been. I think he's a handsome man, but I just personally don't think that he needs to be in that bright Pepto color. He could have, a darker probably would have worked better for him. And Stormi's wasn't too bad, but I wasn't a fan. I don't think that that's her color either. But you know, love the body glaze. So yeah, Carlos introduces Courtney as Courtney Steele. And you know, Courtney basically tells him to correct that, but we know Carlos likes to be a little messy. So Martell comes through, and I'm not gonna lie, this suit
That
was
suit
fly.
was suiting. That suit
I
was
said, but
suiting.
is this from the collection that's not selling, or that it's still not in existence?
He ain't never say where it was, because Carlos sure enough asked. He ain't never said.
Right.
You might be buying from the guy that he was trying to work with, because he has to fly.
Well, that part. Mel comes out looking like she's attending the Renaissance concert. What did you feel about this look? Usually Mel hit, and this
It was
didn't hit.
giving tinsel for the Christmas tree.
Yeah, this didn't hit for me.
I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like it. To me, it wasn't giving Beyonce concert, because all the outfits I saw for the Beyonce concert were cute. That was
You're
not.
stupid.
It was not. It was not. She looked like they just.
Yeah, that was I. This is probably one of the first reunions where I'm like, oh Mel, you didn't do that. So then he asked Mel how she feels about, you know, now being Rogers again. And she said that she feels free and that, you know, they're gonna have fun this reunion and thinks that everybody's energy is just really good. And so then she calls out Martell for making faces, because you know Martell gotta, you know, make a face every time she says something. And then Carlos asked how Martell feels, and he says Mel was free when she was with him. And she was doing big things.
Apparently not, because you was throwing up in her face her free time and talking about she was using that to cheat on you at the hotel.
Make it make sense. But yeah, no, and Carlos does acknowledge that, you know, the vibe is different going into this reunion, and it does feel a little lighter. Everybody seems to be in a good mood. So we'll see what happens.
I thought what's funny was he was like, I don't really feel much has changed. She said, yeah, boo. She, her has changed. Okay.
Right.
Okay?
Love don't live here anymore.
It hasn't for a very long time.
Long time.
Then Carlos jumped into Marcel and Tisha about the
Black Expo. What?
It just makes my ass itch. She just had that one moment that made me proud, and that's just it. She's just back to making me making me need some calamine lotion or something.
You are stupid.
So, you know, it was about them trying to get the comeback group together, and what everyone believed to be their, you know, shady business acumen. Carlos asked if they feel like they're good business people, and Tisha, she didn't really answer the question at all. She, yes, no, something. Okay. She said that the Black Business Expo was their first one and it ran great.
I mean,
is that the only business you got though? I mean, we asking if you good business, you know, I guess maybe not with your husband in this lawsuit, you know, going on, and maybe that's why people don't trust y'all asses. Now she felt like everybody on the stage was hating on them, but Marceau corrected her and says that, you know, Maurice, Mel, and Martell gave him some good feedback. So Carlos was like, you don't think Kimmy did? He was like, no, not really. And Kimmy said that she told him that, you know, it turned out nice. And she doesn't have a problem saying when something can use some improvement.
Right. It's just that they have problems taking, well, Tisha, to be specifically, it has a problem taking criticism.
Now, he asked Courtney and Stormi if they think that Tisha and Marcel are power couples like they are. Tisha didn't even let them answer the damn question, okay? And basically said that, you know, she's going to say something negative or give some negative feedback because she's upset with them. So, of course, Stormi had to read her for Phils, because she's like, upset about what, boo? It was given, who gonna check me, boo? Because,
right.
You know, and Tisha starts talking about how Stormi don't pay her invoices, and, you know, she's getting calls, and apparently Stormi owes them too. But why are they calling Tisha about Stormi?
She said these Huntsville streets be talking.
Stormi feels like it's super low, especially since they're all Black entrepreneurs. And, people look at them as mentors to, be so salacious, you know, with the things coming out her mouth. Now, she said that she blew up overnight. And when you make as much money as I do, come holler at me, okay? And said that Tisha wants to be her. Then Tisha told this girl, go pop some pills and shut up. Child,
I don't know where they came from, but I
are you
will
getting her
say,
confused with somebody else?
well, my whole thing is, I think, what, didn't she say something similar last reunion or something, or was that Marcel? Somebody said something like that to Kiki, right?
That's what I'm saying. She might be getting her confused with somebody else.
But my whole thing is, she might want to be careful because Stormi definitely has the money to sue you, and that's what you don't want.
And look, and she was giving her grace. I don't think she's gonna give her no more. You straight out of it. You're fresh out of grace.
Right.
Okay. So Marcel told her, that she done went too far. Carlos asked Stormi what she felt needed to be addressed when she saw, the copy and paste return policy incident. She said that she ain't even gonna address that and told Tisha that she gave her ass grace. Let's address that. Okay. But then she said, we ain't gonna act like you didn't come up here without an agenda, to say that you just said. Basically, spreading these salacious lies, okay? Once again, Tisha blames, the web designer for what happened. And Carlos told her that, if it were him, he would have told the web designer, listen, you need to put something on your page because ain't no way I'm taking all the heat for this.
Right.
Which was correct. So Stormi feels that, regardless, it's your business. You need to take accountability for what happens with your business.
Makes sense.
And Tisha,
Doesn't want to do that.
She had no words. She had no words for that.
Yeah, I will say she failed me in that moment. I was like, Tisha, come on. All it takes is just saying, you know what, my bad. There was a mix up and I should have took accountability and we could have moved forward. We really could have. We didn't have to dwell on this. It's the fact that you trying to drag it out and act like it's okay.
Because it's the web designer, but you hired him.
Right. So then Carlos decides to move on to Kimmy and Maurice, and his quest for more, sex. They showed the clip of him making the joke about her.
Quest.
Yes, quest.
You giving him Marcel vibes.
Right. They showed the clip of him making the joke about her not having any hair. It was super cringy. Kimmy says,
did you see Kimmy's face?
Yeah.
I think she had never seen that before.
I don't think so either. She said that, she thought she was depressed, but the lack of libido is actually a side effect of her medications. Maurice admits that he was a little ignorant to the situation and apologizes. Carlos says a lot of people felt that Maurice was essaying her and forcing himself on top of her and asked Kimmy her thoughts. And hear me out. I know Kimmy has to stand by her husband. She's not going to leave him, right? I don't think you have to throw him completely under the bus, but I don't think always going to bat or sticking up for his bad behavior.
But you're not going to say that your husband was essaying you.
No. That's what I'm saying. I don't expect her to say that. But what I do expect her to say is like, oh, like she's like, oh no, but I like sex too. And instead of being like, yeah, Maurice, it looked really insensitive.
You know what though? I'm not gonna lie.
Camera, it looks really insensitive the way you're coming at me. And I just went through something pretty serious and traumatic. And yeah, this is why people are viewing you this way. And
you know what? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When she said that, if I was Carlos, I'd have been like, but this was an issue before you had cancer. You were talking about how he wants sex all the time, and you're cleaning and doing all types of stuff. You tired. You don't feel like doing it all the time.
Right.
And you were still doing it. You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. I get that she probably feels like she owes this man her whole entire life because he was with her through this whole ordeal, right? But to be honest with you, I feel like any woman, if she, is still going through this and she's still trying to keep her husband happy, she's gonna do it.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
If she's not in the mood, she's gonna be like, you know what, I really ain't got it to do right now. But I think she's still, when she feels somewhat up to it, I think she's still gonna do it. Like, if I gotta turn over, Jesus Christ, all right, but don't make it too long, all right? Look, you got 10, 15 minutes. I'll give you 10, 15 minutes. That's it.
Well, she thinks, as I said, she said that having a healthy sex life is not only important to Maurice, but to her as well. And I said, okay. Then they go into faking orgasms, which Kimmy doesn't see anything wrong with, but obviously we know Maurice does. And Kimmy thinks that she basically should have just never said anything and continued to fake it. Marceau agrees with that. That Maurice thinks that the lie will continue to, make it be bad if she doesn't correct it. And I was like, well, I can actually see what Maurice is saying. Like, if I'm just in here thinking I'm tearing it up and
Well,
you
yeah,
love
but
it.
now we don't move from 15 minutes to 30 minutes because you can't get right. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna fake it, let you think you doing something. I'm gonna go take a hot shower and use this
You are
gadget
so
over
funny.
here. Okay, and we both good. It ain't gotta come from you, but listen, I'm satisfied, you satisfied, and listen, we still at 15 minutes
You're stupid.
without you trying to figure out what I need and where to go. And we can do
You
that
ain't
when
got
I
time to
feel better.
teach.
We can do that when I feel better.
You stupid. So Marceau suggests that maybe he's just bad at sex. Then they bring up
He
Melody's
agrees.
comment on the Houston trip
He
about
agrees.
her, Martell never giving her an orgasm while they were married. Martell quickly says that's cap. Okay. And Mel admits
He said
that,
he got a hook and a curve. Don't
okay.
nobody fake it.
And so Mel says that basically, for her, it's you as most women, it's emotionally tied, and I'm not gonna deal with a man that's treating me like one day and then being all lovey-dovey the next, and then it's just supposed to get, I'm just supposed to pop and make it go.
But do you believe that throughout their whole relationship, she's never had an orgasm?
Um, no, I don't believe that, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to give her. She's not going to give that to Martell. And what's so sad is he's so petty and still so up her behind, and oh my God, that he's actually letting it bother him. That's the sad part.
Oh, well, he's letting it bother him because it's his ego. She's telling the world this long relationship. Could you, Trace, that would bother anybody. This long relationship that we
If
had.
I were him, I'd be like, go ask Sheree. Go ask.
No,
Look,
we're not talking about
go
Sheree.
ask Coleslaw. Go
We ain't
ask my
talk,
baby
we
mama.
ain't talk, we talking about the woman that I done had all these kids with. How you still let me go up and you have all these kids and I ain't doing nothing to satisfy you? That's what we talking about. After all
Well,
these years, imagine if your dude went on national TV talking about some, oh yeah, we've been together for 15 years. And she's never made me, orgasm. Now the world is like, girl, what the hell
well,
wrong?
that's just simply untrue.
The world is gonna be like, girl, what's wrong with your shit?
You stupid.
You know what I mean? So no, I understand why it's bothering him because he's like, that's a damn lie, which I believe as well. It's a lie. Now, let's not get it twisted. Mentally, yes, that will mess up. I ain't there with you, okay? But what about before all that?
That's a great point. At
What
one point
about
in time,
before all that stuff happened when y'all were happy and bliss? What made you, girl? If you ain't never orgasm, why you still marry this man? Okay. On top of that, let me tell you something. Even when you mentally not there, that don't listen.
you stupid.
It can still happen. I'm just saying I'm just all I'm saying is I'm not trying to discount the fact that maybe it didn't happen as often as it should, or it didn't happen every time. But what I'm saying is what you're not gonna sit up here and do is say our whole relationship, I ain't never had an orgasm.
As what did Mel say? You can't tell me what my
I'm
body
telling
felt.
you,
You can't tell me what my
I'm
body.
with listen, girl, look,
You
I am
stupid.
with Martell on this one. You the damn
Well, Mel says that it's no different than him faking his, him being faithful in the marriage. And I said, well, that was a great touche.
which
Now,
is which is
Carlos,
why she going to hell with this because she still feels some type of way.
you stupid. So, and Tisha basically feels like all women have faked it at some point. And Stormi says, no, absolutely not. Courtney, lights
I don't
my
believe
fire
that either.
every night.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe that
Well,
either.
I think she
He
had the
probably
mindset.
he probably
You
does
ride or
satisfy
die
her.
for your boo. You're not going,
Yeah, that's why I mean I don't believe it, but I let it slide because you don't want to get up there and throw your man under the bus and make him feel some type of way. But
right.
listen, it could be great majority of the time. That don't mean you. orgasming every single time. Okay. Now, during the lunch break, Marceau, was getting on Tisha about how she was doing too much, and she said she's tired of taking it. Okay, and basically this is what it is. Okay, this is how I feel. We can agree to disagree. Stormi thinks it's funny that she waited till the reunion to have some balls. I agree. I agree.
Courtney said, I didn't know she talked. I said,
I want to know how close.
look at Courtney learning. I love it.
I want to know. I want to know how close security is on this reunion stage.
Right.
For her to have all the balls that she did. Now I know that she still didn't have them for Kiki though. She said that's because she got a taste of Kiki. That's why Stormi just got to give a little taste, and she'll shut it down. Now she said that she will never be who she is or done what she's done. The only reason she's even popping is basically because of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I concur. Because we wouldn't know who the hell she was.
I'm gonna have to give Stormi that.
She said she tried to give her grace, and now she's gonna give her hell.
Well,
I agree. After the commercial break, Mel is talking to her hairstylist, talking about how a man can't tell her what your body felt. Martell still can't believe that, she said that she ain't never had one. And he's like, I know for a fact this woman's lying. Like, I was there, okay? I know for a damn fact. He's giving, I had it in my mouth, okay? I know what it is, okay? She don't know, okay? But I do, all right? And basically says, he made sure that he threw in there that, but Kimmy ain't lying. I ain't know Kimmy to lie, okay? She always keeps it real. They got into Marceau being the biggest bitch. Carlos asked, by a show of hands, who thinks Marceau inserts himself in ladies' business? Everybody raised a hand. I raised my hand from home. Okay. All except for Kimmy. Kimmy said that, he inserts himself in everybody's business. He doesn't play favorites.
Kimmy just wants to make sure that she doesn't get uninvited to the Scott family functions.
I will agree that
she likes to play that fine line.
My thing is, he does insert himself in everybody's business. But you're a man. You're not supposed to. This is why you're the biggest bitch. You should mind your business. You're at home and clean. Mind your business, okay? So Carlo asked Marceau if he felt that, it was warranted, him being called a bitch. He said at first, he was offended, but he just learned that was,
her
culture. That was being her, that was her culture. And Stormi says that she doesn't call every man a bitch if they don't act like it. She uses it towards the man, that shows an extreme amount of sass and attitude. I said, well, I mean, that would make
that kind of sums you up.
Yeah. And she said men. What?
She said basically
men move with more integrity than Marceau, with the gaslighting and the poking for a reaction. Yeah. Then they get on Tisha about how, she allowed Stormi to call her man a bitch. She says she didn't allow anything. Stormi is a grown woman. Yeah, you did allow it. Because what I'm not about to do is sit back and watch some woman call my man right in my face. I'm there, right in my face, straight up to my face. Absolutely.
You stupid.
Not today. No, absolutely.
You are stupid.
This is my point. This is all the smoke is for the reunion, okay? Now
she said she can't control what Stormi do. She grown, she an adult.
Well, yeah, you couldn't control it then, but you can stop it from happening in the future. Now, since you ain't do nothing, she can your man's bitch all the time.
And one thing I will say, I hate to say,
she doubles down on it.
Who asked her? Was it Kimmy? That asked her, well, how would you feel if she called Courtney and Stormi said she know better than to do that? So we'll talk
I
about
mean,
testing your gangster.
either you know that your man is a bitch, or you know what, it could be both. Because you're a punk bitch, and your man is too. It just is what it is. And she says that it makes her feel sorry for Courtney. Girl, you should be feeling sorry for anybody but you. Okay, anybody but you. We ain't seen Courtney's back nowhere. Nowhere. Okay. And she wonders what's going on in their household. It makes her basically, if she feels comfortable calling a grown black man a bitch. Marceau said that, he doesn't even value Stormi's words enough to care. But you did say you were offended, though. Okay.
She said, blink twice. You need help.
The nerve of her. First of all, what I would have said if I was Stormi, my man is the reason why I know how a man is supposed to act. My man is the one with the integrity. My man is the one that stays out of people's business. He don't go arguing with women. So don't blink twice over here. Go find that back picture, girl. How about that? I feel it's the wrong way, Trees. It's the wrong way. You got to flip it. There you go, boo. There you go. You gonna worry about who took that back picture, okay? I feel sorry for you. Tisha, do you need
she
help?
Did tell her we all feel sorry for you, boo.
You blink twice, boo, okay? But yeah, Marcel basically said that Stormi's words can't hurt him, and thinks that she's insecure when it comes to being in the spotlight, so she has to give negative attention. She said, no, sir, absolutely not. She was known before she ever stepped foot on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Forbes, Business Insider. She said, you can Google me. And basically that they try to downplay her. And she said she's never had to fight for a spot. Now, I think she got you there. I think she got you there because we didn't know who you guys were until Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, like Stormi said, she blew up overnight. All right. Now Carlos said that since we're talking about diminishing, you trying to downplay Mel's business by calling it a t-shirt business. And she brought him a t-shirt that says, "I just sell t-shirts and look, it's in a 2X."
No, I thought it was a 3X.
No, I know. Huh?
I thought it was a 3X, she said. That shirt was super big. I thought it was a 3X.
It was definitely super big. She said that he tried to diminish her business, but she thought it was comical because it was so far from the truth. Then Carlos gets on Marceau and how he doesn't support women and asks Tisha if she feels supported. She said, yeah, she's going to do whatever she wants. Mel completely disagreed and talked about how Tisha used to say, she wanted to do certain things and Marceau wasn't really here for it. So Carlos even brought up how Marceau had previously said that he doesn't want to be a power couple. And basically what he said was, if it doesn't have anything to do with Sculpt, we're going to have a conversation about it. He's on board as long as it's their business and their venture, but
you can't have your own passions and your own dreams.
Mm-hmm. So Carlos brings up how Tisha said that, she misses being a stay-at-home mom. She said that she was getting a lot of feedback from her family about how, you can't depend on no man, and she wanted to get back into the workforce. So Marceau said that, she's taking advice from all these single, strong women. We call those Rogers.
When the look on Mel's face, but
Mel said, oh my goodness, I'm cross your legs. You are sassier than many.
Right. He was giving very sassy.
He is the sassiest person on the show. I mean, he beats all the women by far. He's sassy as hell. And he says that
I can't wait to hear him and Tiffany go at it.
I mean, Tiffany, she pretty sassy, but nobody beats Marceau with the sass.
No, but that's why I said I can't wait to see the two of them go at it.
So then he says that he fears his wife becoming Melody, basically a single woman, because he doesn't want to be divorced. And he said that he fears that her staying booked and busy, she'll be sacrificing time with her kids. Mel got in his ass about that. Okay. Mel said, no. Okay. That is not the case. Basically, she does all the things as a mother that she wants to do. She still makes breakfast for her kids. She says that she does the room mom. She did the room mom for 3 of her kids. Um, Basically, she ain't miss a she hasn't missed a damn play. Okay. She said Christmas, Thanksgiving, everything. She was always there. And she travels all around the world. So basically, you can do it all. Okay. And Tisha was looking like, I don't want to do it all. That's not
Right, and I don't think everybody should have to. However, and I like what Carlos was like, did you get caught up in like, oh, being, wanting to be a boss and like, and that whole we need to own, some people just want to go to work and clock out, you know? But I will say that for Tisha, it's sad for her that she lets him put her in a box like that and it's not precise. You know what I mean? Even if you look at how he treated her when she was doing the hair care thing, he just saw it as like frivolous, like
part of the reason why I think he wants her to be a stay-at-home mom, he likes knowing where she is.
well, and another part too, no shade, but what about your relationship with your kids and you being there and more? Maybe I'm wrong
He doesn't care about any of that.
Right. Who?
Marcel? Cheryl, please. He doesn't care
That's the
about
only thing I kept thinking when he said that, and he was like, "Oh no," and she wants to do, and I was like, "Well, maybe she wouldn't feel so overwhelmed if maybe you did those things." See, she could tell
no,
you, very 50-50 equal opportunity in my
then
household.
it would be, but see, okay, if you want to be 50-50, then that would be her working. So
Right.
what he would say is, well, if she's home with the kids, I have to.
No, and that's valid, but she may
It would
not
be,
feel
it
she
would
may
be,
not feel
oh,
like that.
now I have to work more and I have to do all this and whatever. Because that was an issue before in previous seasons. You need to make time for us, whatever. Oh, I have all these projects to do, da 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 da. And she wanted to
And
work.
that's why he was so mentally overloaded. That's how he ended up in Africa. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that's how he ended up in Africa.
Mm-hmm. So, Kiki arrives and Carlos is already starting the drama, saying she looks like Tisha. Kiki says she could never. Okay. They
I
show
think Kiki's prettier than Kiki. But I'm not gonna lie. Kiki was looking cute. She actually looked like she lost a little bit of weight too.
right. She did look. I did like Kiki's dress. I did like her hair.
No, I mean like her face. I thought her face was cuter than in the episode.
Oh, you're stupid. I don't think I was that focused, but
Once you start talking about, oh, she could never know. Yeah, I'm in. I'm zoned in.
you're stupid. So they show the footage of Kiki promising not to speak about Tisha's marriage, and then they show her throwing a drink in Tisha's face. Kiki is laughing as she watches the playback. If I was Tisha, and I get what Marcel was saying, but like he said, if I'm a pilot, I'm gonna just say it and just crash it. I would have ran across that stage and bopped Kiki upside her head.
Most people would, but this is why she's a punk bitch.
So Carlos asked why she broke her pact with Tisha. Kiki says Tisha approached her about the allegations.
Let me just say this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Let me just say this. I understand that we grown around here, right? We grown. Okay.
Yeah, you can't just
You know, you're supposed to act grown, okay? And you just shouldn't be just, hitting people.
right.
But when you show somebody that, you're trying to take the high road and you're trying to be grown and whatever, right? And they continue to do stuff like this, it's like a bully, right?
Yeah.
It's going to keep on happening until
Until
you
you
stand
do
up, until
something.
you stand up for yourself. So sometimes you just got to give them one good, and just, so they learn they lesson like a bully. And then keep it pushing.
I I can't say I disagree with you.
I think Tisha just need to give her one good one. And
Right. Just hit her and run or throw a rock at her
wait till
forehead.
the cameras is off.
You stupid. So Kiki denies starting anything and says she just repeated to Mel what she heard because Mel asked about, what was going on with their whole relationship. Tisha says she didn't sound like a concerned cousin, and Kiki says that, she's too dumb to decipher. So this, of course, makes Tisha upset. Carlos asked Kiki what Tisha is in denial about, Kiki says what everybody can see that she can't. So Carlos is like, well, I need you to be clear, Kiki. Let's not talk around. Let's never be. So
We
Kiki,
knew what she meant.
right. So Kiki says that Marceau is a cheater, allegedly.
She
And
said
then
she'll be able to cheat on her own.
Tisha then reveals that Kiki is cheating and her husband is cheating, has cheated on her several times, and she even paid for him to go on a date with another woman. And then they cut it off.
And then she said, now who's the dummy?
What'd you say?
And then she said, now who's the dummy?
Right.
I mean, it's still you. It's still you because she know what
Because it sounds like Kiki is aware.
She know what she's dealing with. She decided to accept it. You the one that is turning a blind eye. I can't see. I'm blind. I can't see.
But like you said, I think you said it last episode, we out here making plates for everybody.
But you know what? They out here disrespecting each other. And if that's the type of relationship that
If
you're
y'all got,
expecting,
right,
at least you know what you have decided. We
right.
both out here disrespecting each other. That's what we're gonna have. It's toxic as hell. It's toxic as hell. But if that's what worked for y'all, then so be it. But you have the whole entire world, okay, giving you all types of evidence. My man, no, I can't see.
You
I
stupid.
can't.
Well, yeah, y'all. So drop down in the comments. Let us know what you thought of part 1 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG.
Oh, and FYI, I mean, Treats hasn't mentioned it in a while, but we do have a Cashapp. Make it rain on us.
Do that too. Do that too. Make it rain. It's at the bottom of the screen. Make it rain. Make it rain.
So we can get some merch for y'all.
Look, yes, help the production. But no, we appreciate y'all. And like I said, we want to thank you guys for helping us grow. Let's continue to grow and glow. Share us with your friends. And yeah, let's keep it up. Let's get to this 1,000. And then we just gonna keep going up from there. But yes, let's get to 1,000 people. Let's do it. All right. Love you guys, and we'll catch you next week for part 2 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. Bye-bye.